Mom's back there too.
It's August. That's crazy.
It is crazy. How many more birds do you have to find this year?
Oh, we're gonna do that right out of the gate. I still have 100. But I don't have to find 100 today.
August is going to be an interesting month for you.
It is. I'm a bit nervous about August. It's a tricky month.
When you need to know how to kick off the month looking for birds, what do? You go to the dump.
We're going to the marsh, actually. But it's right next to the big old dump. Good morning, friends. I'm back at Richfield Lake Park. It's early morning, right? We're at a little after 6 o'clock. And there's some birds to chase. I did get some pretty good views of the double-crested cormorant. There's actually some really good habitat for a lot of different kind of birds here. I am at another Ramsey County park. This time I'm at Snail Lake, which is in Shoreview. Now, I just walked through some woods. Lots of flycatchers. A couple of eastern kingbirds, eastern wood peewees, bunch of wrens as well, some house wrens. Now I'm at a spot where I've got multiple green heron. I've got a couple of great egrets. I thought for a minute I had some vireos. I did not, but we'll keep looking. I think I found 3 new species today that I don't have yet this year. I just saw a pair of blue grosbeaks. The male's not breeding anymore, so he doesn't have the bright blue color, but still a very good looking bird. And so that was neat. I did find a semi-palmated plover, which is, other than a killdeer, the first plover I've ever seen. So that was a nice looking bird, and actually got a pretty good view of it. And then I think there might be another sandpiper of some sort in there, but I have to look first. So good day to be out and about, and I'm glad we could find a few things to share with you. Hey friends, well, it's really foggy this morning, but I did have a chance to get out for a little bit, and I saw a couple of little birds. So I think I have a photo of a red-eyed vireo that I can share. There were some that were up high, but I think I got a few that were more level. And I also got plenty of good looks at a black and white warbler with lighting and how much they move around. I don't know how good the photos are, but hopefully the black and white warbler is also visible. So actually 2 birds that are pretty fun to watch. They were quite playful and dynamic this morning. Hey friends, well, it's mid-August and I'm still behind on finding some birds. I have, I think, 10 for the month, and I got a lot more to go. I'm out today. I did have a little bit of luck yesterday. I saw a bunch of shorebirds. Another good example of why I enjoy this project, because I spend some time with some shorebirds and don't historically spend a lot of time on them, but for this project I really am committed to getting those 20 birds, and so there were some unique species there. I just had to really look for them. Anyway, I am back out this morning. Let's go see what we can find. My morning got off to a really good start. I stopped at a park where there's known to be black-crowned night herons, and I like the heron. I like those kind of birds. I just think they're interesting, they're unique, They're relatively large, pretty interesting. They're funky birds. That was really, really fun. I really like that. I like the early morning, not a soul around, just me and the birds, and it was really fun. I am headed out to Sibley County again, and I'm going to stop at probably the best place for shorebirds anywhere around. I was here last week, literally thousands of birds, so it is kind of a sight to be seen. So I'll see if I can capture that for you. Well, I have to confess, I don't think I've ever shot so many photos and known so little about what I actually got. There certainly were a lot of shorebirds, and I also just stopped at another place that had some gulls and I'm pretty sure some redneck phalaropes, but I didn't really stop to try to identify. When I pull them up on the screen, they look different than when they're on the little screen on the camera. So rather than spend time doing that, I just moved on. So yesterday when I was in Sibley County, I thought I saw a redneck phalarope, but it was actually a Wilson's phalarope, which was kind of great. And more so because today I actually did see a redneck phalarope. What was probably the most cool about that is that I also was there with a group of other people, and a gentleman by the name of Noah, also a gentleman, I forget his name, but he was from Connecticut, and then also two 14-year-olds, and their mother had been driving them around, and I think those guys have seen more birds in the state than I have. So it was just a fun experience overall, and everybody got a really good look at it, and so saw the great bird, but also being able to do it with a group of people that were excited about it was probably as fun as seeing the bird. So July surprised me at how cool it was.
Yeah.
Like, stuff just showed up, and it showed up in a really cool way.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, August has been hard. It's been a bear.
Xplorer Friends, this month, Darren was gone all the time. Like, gone in the morning, back for a little bit, gone in the afternoon, different places, different...
We've got, what, counting today, 6 or 7 days left in the month, and I still am looking for 8 birds.
Has it ever been that tight?
No. I got work to do. I've been out actually for more than 4 hours this morning. I saw lots of little birds, a few flycatchers. I'm not sure. I think I've got a new one or two, but some of them are non-breeding plumage. For example, common yellowthroat. I know I had a bunch of those. I did take some of their photos. I think I had some other warblers and non-breeding plumage that look similar to that, like a Nashville warbler, but I need to look at the video to make sure. So that is what I'm headed to do next. Hopefully I have something I can share with you.
Oh, so tell me, there's a bird that you got called the scarlet tanager.
Yeah, so early in the month, like third day of the month, I got a scarlet tanager. Except for, did you know scarlet tanagers, they're non-breeding plumage, they're yellow. I didn't know that.
Don't you love the raptors?
Yes.
Did you get a raptor?
I did, and I've been pretty good at that, I think, getting a raptor most months. I got a Cooper's Hawk. They are great looking birds.
You had wanted one of those for a long time.
I have. You know, they prey on other birds, so they move around pretty quickly. They fly pretty low sometimes.
Is that the bird you were showing me that has another bird in its
No,
claw?
that's actually an osprey.
Oh.
Yeah, which I didn't think ospreys preyed on other birds, but there's a bird in that osprey's claw. The bird.
Also, on the topic of birds eating things, is it the vireo that has the aphid?
I love that photo. I didn't know this. It actually tears its wings off, so it can't fly away.
And then
So the vireo's kind of just looking at it after it like tears part of its wing off, which is kind of brutal, but really smart, right?
Yeah.
So.
What do I always say? It's a circle of life, friends.
Circle of life, friends. But the warblers started migrating. So.
Mm-hmm. But they're not, you're right, they're not as fun to get photos of now as they were back then because they're not in their breeding plumage.
Some of them are still pretty colorful, but some of them,
they look
like
roughed up.
Like I have a Blackburnian warbler, which is a great looking bird, but normally it's got a really, really bright orange chest, and now it's like yellowish. So, I mean, it still looks okay, but it's not.
It means you'll have something to chase next spring.
I will. And my last and final bird for August is a clay-colored sparrow. and I found it on the very last day. And this marks a sparrow for all 8 months. So call me a fan of the sparrows.
It was a good month, but
It was a really hard month.
but a month that I had to work for.
You made it. A little worse for wear, but you made it. So now it's on to the next.
Let's do it again.
All right. Goodbye.
Thanks, friends.
Bye, friends.
Ears and your eyes up, people.
Yeah, like the blue jay. The juvenile blue jay.
He looks like he got hit with an ugly
Whoa.
stick.
Did you bring the camera?
Oh, that would be hard to get pairs without a camera. Yeah, it's right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut this off
Bigger
for a
than a
moment.
hummingbird. Smaller than an eagle.
We know how big hummingbird
That's
nest
helpful.
is.
That's super helpful.
About how warblers never sit still.
So you came
Tell
home.
those birds to sit down and be still for a minute.
So the other.
Aren't you my blooper?
You.
Birds versus bugs. I'm a team bird. Like eat
Well,
the
I'm
bugs.
team bird too, but I don't like. Do you have to rip it into shreds?
Oh, yeah, that bird needs to sit still. Seriously.